says, for the time is come, the judgment must begin at the house of God.
Right.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
Right. So, the Most High judging elect first, you know, because we are the house of the Heavenly Father, right? And also the house of Israel, just the same. So Jacob's trouble is right here. You know what I mean? And I would say, if you don't know the Bahamas, people in the Bahamas are Israelite, yo. If you go back to the Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, right? You go back to the transatlantic slave trade, you're an Israelite. Go on.
Verse 18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved,
Right.
where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
It's just fierce, that means that you have to walk in the park thing. It's just you have to pray. You know what I mean? Because prayer mean what? Beg. You know what I mean? If the righteous scarce to be saved, want me to want them to believe in the Most High. I don't want them to believe in nothing but what my Bible.
Believe them, no.
Can. You know what I mean? What happen?
They better know they want to get saved. That's all we know.
I think is we not when we see these things happening, you know, it's not that we coming out here and warn you. It's not that the one of a gone already. We understand perfectly side that them judgment that and them not better state right now. You know what I mean? So we now go more than, you know, weep for them.
Well, we take check.
Yeah, we gotta take check as a warning. You know what I mean? And we're gonna tell us, say, yo, look here, take heed also.
And we also rejoice. It's a bittersweet thing, yo.
Right.
Because we see the judgment of the Most High. We're always happy to see the judgment of the Most High, yo. And it also means that all the prophecies are coming to pass and our salvation is near.
Right.
But also make we fear that we can also repent, peradventure the Lord have mercy on us and also grant His salvation.
Right.
So it's a two-sided coin, yo.
Right. Yes, some of it dead. He said, Father that amount you to do evil. I also say, yo, great is the number of them that basically get destroyed. You know, to be saved. You know what I mean? But shall we have?
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 5, chapter 10. So for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua.
Right, we must all. We want to go scarce to be saved. We get beaten right now. You know what I'm saying? We're somehow sick. You know what I mean?
All of us sick.
Yeah, well, all of us sick. You know what I mean? God, you know what I mean? Yeah, we get beaten, brother. But the thing is, we are being the nation of the Most High because we know so we sin against Him. There are people that get beaten, no? Them not blame people. People obey them. People do this to them.
Or Satan.
Or Satan, you see me? You know, can you step and say, yo, I judge yourself, as the Bible said. If you judge yourself, and I will get judged. You know what I mean? Go on.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done,
Right.
whether it be good or bad.
Right, so every work we have coming from the earth, you're going to get paid for it, whether it be good or bad. You know what I mean? So that's not the beating on the line. We have to take, because now we're not perfect, because we share good. You see what I say? You have to hold out to share beating. Go on.
So knowing therefore the terror of the Lord,
Right.
we persuade men.
Right. So we use examples and persuade men. Brother, look what it was in the Bahamas. You see me? Yo, the play with the Most High. You see me? When you terror the Most High, him do that. Imagine, you sit down and say, yo, look what happened in the Bahamas, yo, and the Most High do that. You see me? It's a warning to you, we are persuaded to look here. Get right or get beaten up. Right? You done? I want to say that everything depending on the Most High. You do that, right?
Doing it to, oh yeah.
Right.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Right, a fearful thing. When the Most High pick your card, man. Yo, I saw a video with a car. Slap at the front of one car, fly over the car top, and gonna lick off a man head.
Literally.
Lick off man head.
The other one with tire. So you don't know we ain't no stamping man.
See my share?
Lift up our 5 and jack back.
Yeah, whether them been saying some things that take place our final destination killing them, yo. In a real life. The Most High plan everything to the T. You have to see and say, yo, you have just fear. Most High terrible, brother. Right? So, make I want to make the boss talk and the brave talk, man. Because the most I make you live on trip, girl, months. You can't eat. If you have piss and shit to your side. Literally. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, I'm not afraid for death. Yeah, you're not afraid for death, but you're afraid for live and suffer and can't dead.
How about that?
You want to pull it, the wire and can't even move to pull the wire. You see man already, you know, when I see physical for mistake, when I see videos with man in a situation where they only can move them high. But the paradise and only them high alone can go so and so. That's how the most like terrible, yo. One.
This is St. Matthew 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Right, fear ye not me, said the Lord. You know what I mean? You not fear him, we're gonna see some crazy stuff. Yo, you have things that we know witness that as the media that catch, but our people that speak up in the media. We have me over there in the Bahamas, yo. Now tell that. Cause the storm that will take place, some crazy shit will not go on that, brother. You know what I mean? Some people lose their life or witness some things before they lose their life.
Imagine, even the story with the man and his son.
Yeah.
You can imagine how the most I torment that man. Yeah. Imagine him put up his son on the rooftop and I feel like, yeah, I'm safe now. You know, so I say, I'm going to put him up and I'm going to go up field. What the most I do? Blow him out with breeze, yo. He never even expect. Say, when he put him up there, one breeze, I go blow him away. You see me, and guess what? You know, see that I last thing him see.
Right.
Last thing he see and son a blow away because we
leave him for paying him.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people, you see, the most I can get like that, the most I can tell me to mind when you just lose it, brother. Right. You think a man reaching the point when he commits suicide? You know how much nerve have to build up in your fear to kill yourself? Much strength it take to kill yourself?
Pressure was 5.
Go on.
Amos 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Right.
To what end is it for you?
Yeah, ask yourself that, yo. What end is it for you? What are the benefit you?
If you really read that chapter still, it talk about the kingdom of Israel. The prophet said about some people in the land of the northern kingdom, but feel like them righteous, yo, and they are called for the day of the Lord. You see me? And the Lord say, yo, woe unto you desire the day. So I see them topic, yo.
Right.
A lot of people feel so them righteous and feel like if the Most High appear right now, them and the Most High good.
Yeah.
Especially Christopher.
Yeah,
Yeah, them baptized last night, I say right now I'm good.
You know what I mean?
Saved and sanctified.
Right? But hey, as you say, that's a prophecy for sure, yo. You know, when we think you're in a good case and I say you're ready for the Most High come, Most High asks you, what is it for you? To what end is it for you, yo?
Right.
Read that chapter.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right.
As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him,
Right.
or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and
Hey.
a serpent bite him
Yeah.
and bit him.
You see a Bahamas incident, yo. I see a report where a man say, yo, they run going to church for shelter, yo. And when the water start push on the wall, the same wall where them a lean up and I hope so everything would hit above, hit, tumble down and drop on a group of them, yo.
Right.
You're in church.
Church. You know what I mean? Like,
So out the door rough, you run going to one building, you still get the judgment of the Lord, yo.
Final destination.
as the brother mentioned, see you can't flee from the most. We are going to feel cut from the most side. we are going to go. You know what I mean? You know time to come and go up in a flee in a rocks to hide from your shy, yo. Waste of time. You know what I mean? You're not making the hunting precious for us. Right? You can't skip the most side, brother. Most of them if you come where they for kill you, one heart attack you're dead. You know what I mean?
So I see me army up there.
Go on.
I said, send me.
You know what I mean? Just, yo, go on.
Verse 20. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?
Right.
Verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters.
Run down. Judgment, yo, where we start from. Judgment, yo, people not accept judgment, yo. Day to day, see judgment, and you believe it's a judgment.
They can go 9 and 10 in here.
Right? You see people that get judged every day, and you still don't believe so people that get judged. Go on.
But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream.
Right. So the most I do what I'm people do upon the earth. Right? And I increase the beating up at this time. You know what I mean? So I want to get right, don't get left. Go on.
This is Amos 9, Mr. Dagita. Verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like a scorn is sift in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Right. Them righteous, yo.
Yeah, so as the brother mentioned, feel like you know, whatever the Bible said now go happen. I feel like you're right, you're not applying to you're right.
Right.
Yeah?
Even the men of the Lord have experienced fear in them daily.
Yeah.
See prophets, see the day of the Lord and fear.
Yeah.
It's an example. It's a 2 Ezra 5 verse 14. He said, then I awake and an extreme fearfulness went through all my body, and my mind was troubled so that it fainted. So the angel of the Lord was come to talk with me and comforted me and set me upon my feet. That was to Ezra sometimes see a vision of the last days.
Just see the
an
vision.
angel have to come and comfort him. You see an extreme fearfulness went through all his body, and all him see was a vision. Can you imagine you being in that day? Right? The scripture says men's heart shall fail them. You see me, for looking at the things that are coming to pass, right? So men are going to literally see things, and fear alone are going to stop them heart, You see me? People can't conceive that,
Just like we say, most people who jump off a high places dead before them reach ground,
Right.
because of the fear.
Hey, not to mention, there are spirits that the Heavenly Father are going to release in them days, Right? You have it? On the road.
It's Ecclesiastes 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay and sow strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and a sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Not only that, you're going to see angels down here in some farm. In the spirits. We're going to see some spirits down here in some farm. We're going to make you drop down dead. Like what Solomon said. You see me? So I feel that, and not all that too. Because remember, whatever I'm on the negative, on the left hand side, I'm on the right hand side. So you're going to have prophets or men of the Lord, we're going to basically see angels of strengthening them too. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to see the so-called demons, right? Demons and angels say this is here. You know what I mean? We're going to see the bad one them. They're going to know still know who to mess with. You know what I mean? But most are going to use angels for strengthening us today, because we're going to see terrible things, brother. And we never witnessed before. As men, in 2019 today, you have things that we never witnessed. Not all. We'll get bugged out. Easy.
Preach up again.
Go on.
Wisdom of Solomon 17 verse 1. For great are thy judgments, and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the whole nation, which is to speak about Israel, about Egypt, but the same thing apply now to the so-called white man, because they oppress the whole nation, right? He said they've been shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay exiled from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. But neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear. But noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances.
Was that mess their mind, yo?
Right.
You see things when they did it.
God. He said no power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindles of itself, very dreadful, for being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight that they saw not.
Right.
Right?
You know what I mean? So you must never play with the mind too. It's a vision.
God.
You're alone, that's the way I see. You know what I
God,
mean?
verse 10 said they died for fear,
Right.
denying they saw the ear, which could have no sight be avoided.
Right.
For wickedness, condemned by her own witness, is very
no
timorous.
sight could have been avoided.
God,
So basically, look here where you say, you know like you see something and be like, no sir, I can't do that. You see me? No. You can't deny that,
You know, the sight you can't see it. Most times make you see it. I see things where you know, bug you out. And yeah, people are like, you tell man, you must see, you say look there, you know? Them can't see us, but you just bug the hell out and dead. Go on.
So Psalms 139 verse 7 says, whether shall I go from thy spirit, or whether shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me.
Right.
If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yet darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day, and the darkness and the light are both alike to thee.
Right.
For thou hast possessed my reins, and thou hast covered me in my mother's womb.
Right. So, how I said, all the prophecies of the Bible shall come to pass, will come to pass. You know what I mean? World War III.
Hey, look on Jonah, yo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jonah
Jonah say, man, run for the most high. Ship can't move.
Hey, you know what I mean? So, and then again, if you have this, if you out here and do this, you go out here and do it, the most high will. You know what I mean? They carrying from the most high. When they want to escape, beat no, or for doing work, once you're arguing for do it, you're going to do it. You know what I mean? But I always say, our prophecies shall be fulfilled, or will be fulfilled. You know what I mean? World War III, the mark of the beast, you know what I mean? Race war, famine, pestilence. Them been come out and tell us say them have the pattern for the disease them in America stored up. Ready to unleash on our people.
When I place them say catch a fire what they when them store
chemicals.
Them store AIDS,
HIV.
AIDS and Ebola.
Yep.
Them say yo the lab catch a fire. So basically them say well if I see two people start drop them, just know it's due to the accident, you see me?
Accident.
Yeah.
Right.
Devil is just the devil.
What is it?
Man.
Jeremiah 23, and I'll start at verse 19. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
Right.
The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days he shall consider it perfect.
Yeah, you're supposed to consider it now. You know what I mean? Because we are seeing that take place. The vision that speak. You know what I mean? People can't say, yo, them not say the Bible has said. You know what I mean? But we know people still say that's the same. But by reality, you can tell. You know what I mean? But we not live in a different world. A world where you create in your mind. You know what I mean? The strong illusion in the Most High give you that you live with.
Verse 23, it said, Am I a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God afar off? Can any hide himself in secret places, that I shall not see him, saith the Lord?
Yeah.
Do I not fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord? Right?
Done. Yeah, we are hide from. We are, yeah, you know what I mean? It makes sense, brother. You know what I mean?
There's no
Yeah,
escape.
there's no escaping the Most High, yo. It's all about repenting or die.
No.
You know what I mean? Repenting or die. Because at the end of the day, I would say, the hell will come. Jacob's trouble will come. Or you go escape it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If
You shall not
yeah.
escape it.
What you plan, a wise person, which is a person wise, right? If you hear a hurricane will come, hurricane topic, right? If you hear a hurricane will come to Jamaica, and yeah, see what took place with Bahamas and different parts of Florida and different parts of the world, right? And you, in your sense, say, you look here, now can now come never prepare for that. You know what I mean? And them devastation they take place in Jamaica, you deserve to dead. You know what I mean? Can you prepare yourself for what come, yo?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, alright, don't believe what we are saying, right? But have certain, well, not say don't believe, right? But just in case what we are saying, at a fact, right? When you when you going to escape it, right? When you going to escape,
right? Proverbs 22 verse 3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself,
right?
But the simple pass on and are punished.
If you're wise, the word prudent means to be wise, a person with wisdom, right? If you have any sense, let us see the evil from afar and prepare for the evil or hide from the evil. You know what I mean? But the foolish person just say, yo, no hurricane now come. We can guarantee yourself that people in the Bahamas, this say that. Because in Benjamin, just like we, you know what I mean? When hurricane become a Jamaica, yo, not gonna come. We never get no breeze.
So now we come and turn back.
You know what I mean? Because God love Jamaica, the island, you know, in the sun.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right, precept.
Go on.
Isaiah 26 verse 20, come my people, which is the elect,
Right.
you see me, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee.
Right.
Hide thyself as it were for a little moment
Prove that
until
one.
the indignation be overpassed.
Right, go on.
For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity.
Right.
The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain.
Right. So, just like in the Bahamas now, people now get buried. Like, I watch a video with a girl that talk about our mother and our brother. She said them right about this stuff. The days that stink. She sleep in a pan lawn. Nothing over them head, brother. She and her baby. You know what I mean? And it become too she shock. And to the life she live right now, it seems like the norm to her. You see what I say? Because she, you know one state you talk about certain things, but you come like say, yo, you know, I say, yo, watch it. That's how, you know, I saw that reach her right now.
Right.
Messed up in the mind, yo. Go on.
Jeremiah 9 verse 20, yet hear the word of the Lord, O ye women, let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing,
Right.
and every one of her neighbor lamentation. For death is come up into our windows, and entered into our palaces,
Right.
to cut off the children from without, and the young men from the streets.
Right, we say mighty man are gonna cry, be telling you woman are gonna cry worse.
Drop
Right.
dead.
You know what I mean?
He says,
We not go beg for man to protect you in them
Right,
time there.
God.
Go on.
speak, thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung upon the open field.
Right, open field. In a cane field, some people say people wash gone.
Right.
You know what I
He
mean?
said, and as the handful after the harvestman, and none shall gather them.
Yeah. We can get a dog feed on some of them. Drunk and feed on people right now.
Alright.
You see me? And most I say I call it the vultures. In a feast, yo. But the feast don't really get cooked yet. You know what I mean? It's
The
just an
appetizer,
appetizer. Yeah, appetizer. You know what I mean?
Small appetizer.
Yeah, drunken dog will get fat. I feed off a human flesh, yo.
So they want to get them drunk.
And they must say, a lot of people that get burned because of an Asian. They must say, yeah, a lot of people will lose them life. And the Asians them, yo. Nobody not pay them a mind, even the government not pay them a mind. There are people born in a 80 and born in the Bahamas, Asian born in the Bahamas, from a child grew up till now, never say up 80 yet. You know what I mean? Which goes also go for sure say, yo, the whole fact about Gentile is real because they might use terms that we use. You know what I mean? When we say, yo, you're a foreigner in our country, but as in, you're a stranger in that land, but where come, the way we descend from, you're a person that, in the Bahamas, the law is, when you're born in the country, if you don't reach 18, you can get a passport over there. Because you're not a so-called Bahamian, or they want to call themselves. You know what I mean? You can't become a citizen of the country until a certain age. Because they must say, yo, where people that come from, they still belong to. We've been telling people that all along. You know, but they don't believe what we are saying. Go on.
So, Jeremiah 16 verse 4, it says, they shall die grievous deaths,
Right.
they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword, and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
We cannot state about these so-called Bahamians or treat the so-called Haitians. It's the same sentiment you so-called Jamaicans have against the Haitians. And this is actually breaking under the law. Because seriously, you're supposed to love your brother as yourself. When we're black people, we are Israelites.
And you have the scripture also tell you how to treat a stranger, which is basically a sojourner.
That's right. So for this very same reason, judgment will actually increase. And as we always say, Jamaica is next. Jamaica gonna bless. We'll find out soon.
Yeah, when the whole earth turn into a big turmoil, you know what I mean? All who don't want to take it from now, start fear than the time they yo. Because I was saying, well, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because the door go shut. Yeah? The door go shut. You see me? Please stop anybody?
Yeah, man. It's this is Psalms. This is Psalms 94, starting at verse 8. It says, "Understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chastiseth the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall he not know?"
Right. Most I know everything, yo. Him say him here. Him know everything before he bottom. That's how far it go. You know what I mean? Him creative. Right. The thoughts that you have in your head, him creative. Him give you knowledge. I'm get taught. So if you say you have thought in the head and God don't know say you have in the head, I'm putting in the head. You see me, I'm think you have think that. But you know, what I say yo?
In regards to the talk.
Right.
This is Psalms 24, I'm sorry, Matthew 24, starting at verse alright, let's start at verse 32. It says, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When its branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise he, when he shall see all things, all these things lack you, know that it is near, even at the doors."
Right, when you see them things here take place, know that the most time, the coming of Yahweh Hashem is close at the door, yo. You know what I mean? So this is also a faith booster, because you know, so yo, we're nearer than before. And every day we pass, every day we pass, we know so we're 1 day closer. You know what I mean? I always say, basically time is running out. That's what we are saying. Time will run out, yo. You know what I mean? Continue.
"Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled."
Right, yeah, see these things, yes sir, it's not gonna be, yo, your grandson gonna come and your grandson gonna have grandson. You know what I mean? No, you're not gonna work that way there.
Okay, so based off how there is this Sunday, when we basically up our brother house, where we are talking about the state of the place, really and truly act. One next generation can't come after this. One next generation can't come after this. To how everything sort of work, if our next generation to come, when the baby come out, he start the fuck. As in, the moment they come out of the womb, the first thing it do